What's up, nerds? I just wanted to take a moment to welcome you to Honors American Literature. I am Mr. Forster. I will be your teacher for the year. Um, I'm just gonna take 5 minutes here and use this video to introduce you to some of the just the basic expectations that we're gonna have for the course. Give you a little, little what to expect for the coming year. So, this is an honors course. Okay, so the big main difference between the regular American Lit course and the honors course is that I expect that I don't need to hold your hand to get you to keep up with the reading, right? We do have some challenging reading this year. We're going to read 3 times as many books as we're going to read in the regular American Lit course. And the basic expectation is that you can keep up with that reading without fail, okay? And if that's going to be a problem for you, it's okay. Just the honors course is not the right choice for you, okay? So we are going to focus on writing skills and like going making some really deep dives into the more difficult higher order analytical skills that we need to practice to get into college. So like holding your hand on the reading is something we just don't have time for in the honors course. All right, so um, all of you, if you are watching this video, you did a wonderful job writing your essays. You have been, vetted by Mr. Ross and myself, and it is now sort of up to you to make a grown-up choice about whether keeping up with the volume of reading that we have in this class is something that you can do and also want to do. This should be something that you do actually enjoy. Right? Literature is a thing to be enjoyed. Okay. The basic philosophy of this class is that we spend every day working hard to be better writers. We read literature in order to have something to write about. Okay. We'll get into some like deeper like reading skills, like the skills for how to interpret literature and all that deeper stuff in 11th grade. In 10th grade, though, we focus on being better writers and so we need to come to class every day having done the reading so that we can focus on writing about the reading, writing about how our authors put these works of art together for us, how they use language to get their point across, um, and how to analyze all of that in writing, how to articulate it in a really smart way. Okay. Let's see. So the summer reading, we have Into the Wild, great book, and Life of Pi. Okay. Mr. Wessler was really intent on making sure that you had 2 novels to read this summer. So if you want to be in an honors class, you have to do an honors class worth of reading to stay in it. So I do expect you to show up on day one with both of these novels completely read. We're going to start with a workshop on thesis writing and short race response writing, and there's going to be a lot of prizes, a lot of extra credit, a lot of normal credit on the line, and you're gonna want to get all of that. In order to do well there, you're going to need to have these books read. Okay. Let's see. We are then going to move on to The Great Gatsby. It's like it's a I think my favorite book. It's just a very, very, very pleasant book to read, and we're gonna read big chunks of this together in class just to practice the basics of annotating and things like that. We're not going to read nearly as much together in class as the normal grade level American Lit class, however. So be prepared to do most of that on your own, even though I will walk you through some of that. Okay. We are then going to move on to a couple of plays. And I'm, in my life outside of school, I'm a playwright. So drama is my sort of first literary love. So I always want to talk about plays. Okay. We're going to read The Great Gatsby because you'll find out this is all about just sort of eviscerating the idea of the American dream. And then we have these 2 other plays that take a different sort of angle on what the American dream is. Is it even real? Is it accessible by everyone in America? Okay, we're going to get the 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 feminine perspective on that from Heidi Schreck's "What the Constitution Means to Me," and then we're going to get the African American perspective on that with August Wilson's "The Piano Lesson," and we're going to work on ways um, to compare all of these works of literature and what they have to say and how they said it. All right. We're going to then do a cool unit on protest music lyrics. We're going to study the art of rhetoric, which is the study of how authors use language to get their point across. All right. We're going to rock out to all kinds of cool protest music. It's going to be really loud, and it'll be fun. Anyway, after that, we will move on to Slaughterhouse Five. This is an absolutely mind blowing postmodernist novel about this like World War II POWs kidnapped by aliens and kept in a space zoo with like this B movie born actress. It's mind blowing, and I know you don't believe me based on that description, but it's actually a contender for like the greatest American novel. It's you you're gonna love it. It's a really cool book that's just like gonna blow your mind. All right. And then we're gonna end the year with another cool book, The Woman Warrior, which is actually a nonfiction book, even though there are parts of this that are gonna be very difficult to accept as nonfiction. It's really gonna blur the line between what is fiction, what is nonfiction, and what counts as either one of those things. And we're going to get the perspective of a Chinese American immigrant on what America is and what the American dream is. So um, I picked a bunch of really great books for us this year. I hope you're excited to read them. I hope you're excited to come to class ready. You guys are my honors students, so I shouldn't have to harangue you about showing up to class with like a pencil and stuff and a laptop. That's a lecture I'll give to the other classes. I know you guys are chomping at the bit, ready to go, and I look forward to meeting every one of you. I'm looking at the was looking at the class list not long ago, and I see a whole lot of last names there that I know very, very well. So I've taught most of your older siblings. I think maybe a majority of the class has a sibling I've taught. So go ask them; they'll tell you how awesome I am. Anyway, if you have any questions, any concerns, you have my email. Always don't hesitate to reach out, and I will see you in a couple of weeks.